Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to tell you about my new function, which is about prime number analysis. In 2017, when I was a beginner in R, I thought I should write a code in R that would pick the unit digits out of a given list of prime numbers, because we know that prime numbers unit digits are specific numbers, that is 1, 3, 7 or 9, with the exception of 2 and 5. I knew that it's very hard to find a pattern in prime numbers as a whole. That's why I thought that if I could pick the unit digits from prime numbers, then it would be easier to find a pattern in them. I was thinking there must be some pattern in these unit digits of primes. Although I made a function for that and I succeeded in picking unit digits out of the prime numbers, but I failed to see any pattern in them till almost million prime numbers. I later modified the function to pick any number of digits from anywhere in the prime number in the given list. What can my code do? For example, you have a list of prime numbers like this list, and you want to pick the unit digits from each of these prime numbers. That is, from 947 you want to pick this 7, and from 953 you want to pick this 3. So what should be the code that should get out of these prime numbers these red highlighted numbers, that is 7371737? As you can see that it is very easy to find a pattern in them. The pattern is 7371717. So if you can pick these unit digits from like billions prime numbers, then it might be possible to see some vague pattern, although not clear. So my function can pick out these first unit digits out of these prime numbers. And if you want to pick the first digit from the left side of each of the prime numbers, then my function can do that as well. So you will just have to change the from right or from left. If you want to count the indexes from the right side, then you will have to put the value in my function about from the right to be true. And if you want to count these indexes from the left side, then you will have to put that to false. I will tell you about that later on. So you can pick these 99999 and 111, etc. from this. You can not only take the unit digits, the first and single digit out of the prime numbers, but you can pick any number of digits from the prime numbers from any side. From right side, you can take, for example, 2 digits from each prime number, like these 9, 13, 19, 21, 31, 33, etc. You can pick 3 numbers from the right side, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 from each of these prime numbers. Similarly, you can pick 2 numbers from the right side, like 94, 95, 96, 97, etc. So what is the name of the function? The name of the function is ary.primesBreakup, and this function requires 4 arguments. The numbers that are the prime numbers, the first, the index of the number on the left side, and the last, the index of the number on the right side. From right, value can be true or false. So what all these mean? The numbers, this argument. Here you will have to put the list of prime numbers, not the list of that is specific for R. You should put all the numbers in the form of a vector, not the list. I'm just saying list because in English you can say a list of numbers. But here you will have to put the prime numbers in the form of a vector enclosed in C, this combined function. So numbers, the prime numbers you want to break up. Here I use the word break up because you want to break the prime numbers into unit digits, tens digits, hundreds digits, etc. For example, you have been given a prime number, a single prime number, for example 7643. This is just example. You can put here as many prime numbers as you want. You can give a list of numbers. They might be prime numbers and composite numbers. It will pick the prime numbers first and then pick those desired digits out of that number. For example, you have been given this prime number. And then from right, the value of the from right could be true or false. Should indexing be started from the right side? That is, should I count this as 1, this as 2, this is 3, this is 4th digit? So this is first number, second, third, and fourth. If you put this from right as true, then it will index this number as. This will be considered as first digit. This 4 will be considered as the second digit. This 6 will be considered as third digit, and this 7 will be considered as fourth digit. If the value of the from right is put as true. However, if you put it as, so it will consider it from the right side. However, if you put the value as false, that is from right is equal to f or false, then it will not count from the right side, else it will count from the left side. So then the number 7 index will become 1, the 6 index will become 2, and 4 will be considered as the third number in the prime, and this will be considered as the fourth prime number. And then depending on this true or false, you will have to put the values of these two arguments. So first here means the index of the left number, and the last mean the index of the right number. For example, you want to pick this 43 out of this prime number, that is the unit digit and the tens digit. Then if you have put this value as true, then the index of this number is 1 and this number is 2. So you will have to type as first is equal to 2, that is the index number second, that is 4, and last is equal to 1, which is the index of this 3. So it will pick this 43 out of this number. And if you have typed this from right is equal to false, then you will have to consider these indexes, and instead of 2 and 1, then you will have to consider this first as 3 and this last as 4. So 3 is the index of 4 and 4 is the index of 3. So it will again pick this 43 out of this prime number. Both the first and the last value will decide how many digits to take from the prime. For example, you have put this first as 2 and this last as 1. So 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, and then you will have to add 1 with it, so plus 2. It means it will take 2 digits out of this prime. And if you put this index as 1 and this index as 3, so it will take 3 numbers out of this prime. And if you put this index as 1 and this index as 4, then it will take 4 numbers out of. Similarly, you can put this false and you will have to then consider these indexes. So if you put this as 1 and the last one as 3, then it will take this 764 out of this prime number. Now let's try this function. So ARY dot prime breakup. For example, the prime number we had here is 7643. So 7643. First we will consider this from right as true. So when we consider this right as true, from right as true, then the index is considered with this one. So we want to pick this 43 out of this prime number. So in 43, this first will be considered as 2 and this last will be considered as 1. So 2 and 1. First is equal to and last is equal to 1, and from right is equal to true. So it will pick now number 43 out of this number. Look, it took the number 43. Now let's make this 3. Type the function again and just change this value to 3. Now it will pick one more digit, that is 643 out of this number. 7643, this will pick this number out of this. If you want to pick only one number out of this, that is this 3, what you will have to do then is change this to 1. So first also 1 and last also 1. So now it will pick only 3 out of this number, the first digit, that is the unit digit. Okay, now let's change this true to false. Then you will have to consider this indexing, not from the right side, but it will be then considered from the left side. So now let's change this true to false. And then again, if you want to pick this 43 out of this, as you have considered it as false from right, so it will be counting from the left side. So this 7 is 1. The index of this 6 will be 2, this will be as 3, and this will be considered as 4. So as we want to take this 43, so the index of 4 is 1, 2, 3. So the left number index is 3 and the right side index number is 4. And this is from the left side. So it will take 43 again. If you want to take this 7 out of this number, then just make this 1 and this one 1 as well. So it will take this 7 out of this prime number. Now let's try a list of prime numbers, a vector of prime numbers. For example, you have a list of numbers that is from 1 to 1000, suppose. So this is the vector of numbers. It contains prime numbers as well as composite numbers. First, this function will pick out prime numbers from this list, and then from those prime numbers, it will pick the index number 1 from the left side. So now so it has pulled out the number from the left side, the unit number from the left side. And if you want the unit number from the right side, just change this false to true. Now it will consider the indexing from the right side and it will not pick these 8, 9, etc. Now the numbering will change. So it will pick the unit digits. And now you can see that this is the thing that can actually help us finding the pattern in prime number. So the pattern you can find, and you can use other functions on this vector to find the prime numbers. For example, you can make a plot out of this, a bar plot, a line plot, or a histogram, or a pie chart that can help you detect pattern in these numbers. Now let's pick two numbers out of this list. As we are considering this as true, so the indexing is from the right side towards the left side. So the right side index, let's suppose 1, and this one as 2. So it will pick two numbers from the right side from each of these prime numbers. Now it has taken two numbers. As you can see, this 2, 3, 5 and 7 are still one numbers because 2 doesn't have any other number. That's why it will pick only one number. Similar is the case with this 731 because they are 101, 103 and 107. As it will take two numbers, so from 107 you can take the two numbers which are 7 and on the left side is 0. So that's why it will not consider that 0. That's why this is a one number. So this is the pattern in 2 digits from prime numbers. Now let's take 2 digits from the left side. So put this false. Now this will become 1 and this will become 2 because now you are counting from the left side. So this 1, let me tell you again. So this will become 1 and this will become 2. As first means the index of the number on the left side and last means the index of the number on the right side. So we will put the value for the first as 1 and the value for the last as 2. So it will take 76, for example, from that prime number. So what it will take from 1 to 1000 number. So this is the list that it has taken from the list of prime numbers from 1 to 1000. Now let's come to true again and pick only the unit digits, that is 1, and put 10 more. Let's see what happens. So this is the pattern in these values. Let me decrease this. Let me save this in some variable like a is equal to this. So this will be saved in a variable. And now let's put it in a plot or something like this is a. So a contains the unit digits of prime numbers from 1 to 1000. Let's put it in a plot. So plot a. So this is the plot. This is the pattern in those numbers. Now let's put it in a bar plot. So this is the bar plot. And now let's make a pie chart out of this. So this is like a pie chart, but this is not okay. Let's make pie chart and then make it factor a. Let's try pie table of a. So this will be a different kind of pie chart now. Similar is the case if you want bar plot and you want to put it in the form of a factor, for example, bar plot and then table of a. So this will be, the plot will be like this. Now let me show you the code of the function. So you can see the code of the function here. Now you can start copying this code. ARY.primes breakup is equal to function numbers. First is equal to, by default I have put it as 1. This one is by default as 1 and from right is true. Let's try this once again without these default values. So ARY.primes breakup 1 to 1000. So I don't want to give this first, last and these arguments. Just type the number. So it will by default pick the unit digits out of this list of prime numbers. So it has drawn the unit numbers out of these prime numbers. So this is the function. You can type it. You can pause the video and copy the code, and then you just have to paste this code in your RStudio editor and then Control A, select the whole code and then holding Control and press enter. Your function is ready. So this was the whole code. So thank you for watching. Bye.